Hi, I'm Katina Houston Stroud with Family Links, and this is the Family Tip of the Week. Are you one of the millions of frustrated, exhausted parents whose adult child is still living at home with you? When your kids were little, you probably expected and accepted the fact that they'd move out one day. When parent expectations for adult children don't line up with what the child is thinking or doing, conflict can arise. This often leads to disrespectful behavior and noncompliance. So why does your child seem incapable of moving out on their own, and how do you handle it when they don't? Before we can figure out what to do about adult kids who can't launch, we have to look at why it's happening to an entire generation of kids in the first place. As we've become more comfortable with technology, our society has also shifted to the extreme of simply not wanting to be uncomfortable at all. And we've passed that on to our children. Many of us want our children to have lives that are better than what we had, even if we had it pretty good. We hate to see our kids suffer. If you ask any parent's wish for their child, it's almost always for my child to be happy. We spend much of our time trying to make that happen for our kids in childhood. We involve them in activities, we get involved in their academics, and we get involved in their social relationships. And these things, of course, are all good in moderation. But as a society, we've gone to the extreme. If our child gets a teacher he doesn't like, what's our first instinct? Call and get his room changed. If our child is bored, our first instinct, get her signed up for an activity or try to find something to entertain her. And over time, our kids have stopped learning to solve problems and entertain themselves because adults are quick to jump in and fix things for them. It's done out of love and with the best of intentions, but over time, we've gone from caring for our children to caretaking. And caretaking is anything we do for our children that they can do for themselves. It means fixing or solving a problem for your child rather than teaching or showing him how to do it themselves. And this may mean doing your child's homework for them so they won't fail or they'll graduate. It could be you're cleaning your child's room because it's easier and it'll be done right if you do it. While caring for our children, it's a good, positive thing. Understand that when it crosses into caretaking, it stunts your child's growth. Skills that he or she normally would have learned as a young child or adolescent, they get delayed into their 20s or 30s or maybe never. So remember, it's important to remember that caretaking behavior is born out of love. We want our children, we want our loved ones, especially our children, to be happy and healthy. But over time, an unhealthy caretaking cycle can develop, and the child experiences stress or struggle. They go to the parent. The parent intervenes, fixes, resolves the situation. The child learns to look outside of himself for coping skills in the form of the parent. And so the cycle goes on into adulthood. The key to breaking this cycle is to help your child with internal coping skills and to foster a sense of self-confidence and let them experience for themselves that they can be uncomfortable and still survive. For more parenting tips or family tips, please call Family Links at 256-820-5911.